from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stallions offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. And a physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll pull it on the read. Nice move there. Got the first down and more. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Stallions are flying down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Oh, they're after it. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He got it. His opening drive results in a field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get past to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to go on the court.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, he can also hand it off to him. He can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run.
football. You can see they ran to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this guy next to me.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going to run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option, it's Griffin. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him. And basically, what a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Stallions will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. And the returner runs out of real estate as he... ready to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No super play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Young. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to it. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the mark.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add depth.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he tags on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Mason, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical.
Makes man miss. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Stallions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard up. just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Stallions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Mustangs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Got enough for the first down and lots more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll try the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustang.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This drive will open from the 15. Pitch in the middle, it's Williams. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Stallions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah,
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Stallions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
and that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now. The defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
He's got some strength. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the counter. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Get set, get set.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Got it.
It'll be 3rd and long.
29.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Got it downfield.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Okay, ready?
The Mustangs are facing 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Trying play action. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Never a pecked out. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Stallions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the RPO complete. They make a stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Stallions decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always was like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It was like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
They'll go read option left on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the pressure. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Mustangs have this offense rolling.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you've got to go for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Cricket.
The lone back's got it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10.
Easy.
They'll try to counter. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the returner will be dragged down. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. He's got the back in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Stallions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab over the middle. It's Temple. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they're
Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Stallions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Stallions will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Mustangs have defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Good evening. It's not like we can freeze this defense. 55 weeks.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Now. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They were ready to attack. And they can limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When you know you have a team out fast, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but